Hey guys, Mike the Gaming Dad here and welcome back to the channel. Recently I played the game No I'm Not a Human and thought I'd pull together an achievement guide because there are 49 of these in total, and while a lot of the achievements will come naturally if you just simply keep playing from start to finish a few times, there are quite a few of them with very specific requirements. In this guide I will run through all 49 and what you need to do to unlock them. One of the principal aspects of the game is trying to discern whether those that come knocking seeking refuge are human or a visitor. Who you choose to let in can have a major impact on your playthrough because visitors will often kill another human character as you transition from night to the next morning. This isn't to say you should never invite visitors into your home. A lot of the achievements are tied to specific visitors and their actions, and it's impossible to get all trophies in one run. You'll need to play this game multiple times and utilise the save function. But I thought a good place to start would be to run through who the guaranteed humans are and who the guaranteed visitors. If you get a hang of this, it makes getting some trophies easier, as you can negate one of the major risks of getting a specific trophy, a visitor killing the human you need. The guaranteed humans are the tall man who knocks on the first night, the daughter of your neighbour who returns on night 4, the burnt firefighter who knocks on night 7, the 3 cultists who are delivered on night 8, and you don't have a choice about taking these in, which can have ramifications for the trophies, which I'll discuss later. These next 5 characters are also human, however their chance of appearing is randomised and they may not appear at all in a specific save. They are the blind man, the widow carrying her dead husband, the man with his mouth sewn shut, the guy who's wearing a FEMA coat, and the kindergarten teacher. The following characters are guaranteed to be visitors: the cashier lady who arrives on night 1, the cat lady who arrives on night 4. These next 4 characters are also visitors, however their chance of appearing is randomised as well. They are the cold one in a coat, Big Mama, the old lady, and the immortal man. As well as the threat of a visitor killing one of your human guests, there is also the threat that the FEMA agents will take one or more of them away. FEMA come knocking a total of 4 times, on nights 4, 5, 8 and 10. On nights 4 and 5 they take 1 guest, and on nights 8 and 10 they will take 2 guests. There is nothing you can do about the quantity of guests taken, however if you are working towards a specific trophy with 1 guest, you can ensure that they don't take the one you want by handing out FEMA notices which you receive on nights 5 and 7, and you can also receive them as bribes. And lastly, if you are working towards a specific trophy with known or suspected visitors in your house, you can feed the cat. This guarantees no casualties overnight each day Kitty is fed. With that in mind, let's run through all 49 achievements. After inviting a guest into your home, simply talk to them and choose I need to test you and check them for signs of being a visitor. This unlocks TV made me do it. Not on my watch is for identifying a visitor and taking action. This is simple, just invite the cashier woman in on night 1, check her the next day and shoot her. First time is for misidentifying a visitor. Again, this can be achieved simply by inviting the tall man in on night 1, checking him the next day and then shooting him. On the 6th night, look out through the peephole to see the city burning in the background and you'll unlock Come and See. Special delivery is for ordering something from Forest. To do this, interact with the TV on the 2nd day to see an advert. Numbers you own appear on the wall above your telephone, and then you can call the Forest number and order something to unlock this achievement. Some guests will try to bribe you with an item to let them in if you refuse them entry the first time. You receive harsh compromise if you accept one of their bribes. Your fluffy master is another straightforward one, simply feed the cat. Now the cat lady who appears on the 4th night is a guaranteed visitor, but she's also required for some specific trophies, and she's worth allowing in to get the cat anyways because as previously mentioned, feeding the cat is a guaranteed way of ensuring no casualties overnight. From the 5th day you'll then be able to order cat food from Forest, order some and feed the cat to unlock this achievement. The pale man will visit you for the last time on the 11th night. Simply answer his questions and then this trophy will unlock. If you tell the pale man that you are alone anytime he visits, he'll come in and kill you, and this is also one of the 10 endings in the game and is required to unlock Yes, I'm Alone. This is another of the 10 endings in the game that unlocks when the vigilante asks you for proof that you're not a visitor on the 10th or 12th night, and you make him believe you are a visitor. The easiest way to do this is to show him your teeth if you've not been smoking cigarettes, as they'll be too white, and you can also show him your armpits providing you haven't cleaned them, or you can offer your ear, which he doesn't believe is proof. Just as a side point to this, some achievements I will get to later require you to talk with guests over multiple nights, and it's highly likely you'll need to bypass the vigilante in order to do this. To guarantee this, clean your armpits on day 10 or 12 and show him them that night, or alternatively show him your eyes. Those methods will always work. Although we know he is a guaranteed visitor, if the immortal man appears at your door, let him in and speak with him during the next day to unlock Lost in the Roots. On the third day, listen to the radio and you'll unlock the psychic's telephone number, call it and go through the conversation options, and that will unlock amateurish exorcism. To get Do Not Disturb, you have to refuse entry to one of the clearly aggressive characters. I got this one to drop by refusing entry to Big Mama, who is also a guaranteed visitor. No, I'm not a visitor requires you to check yourself for all possible signs of being a visitor in the bathroom. These are teeth, hands, eyes, armpits and ears, and all these options unlock as you progress through the game. Walk a mile in their shoes is an event that can happen where you have a strange dream and it subsequently removes all guests from your home. This dream triggers when visitors keep killing guests, so the best way to achieve this is to invite everyone in and don't kill anyone. Nature will take its course eventually. To get this achievement, look out through the window to the right of the kitchen on night 12 and you'll see something crawling along the ground. To unlock Frenemy, you need to kill the same character as both a visitor and a human. There's no guaranteed way of doing this, as the guests that can be both visitors and humans are randomised, but keep letting them in and shooting them and eventually you'll get a guest that has been both. No, I'm Not Alone is one of the 10 endings. To unlock this, make it to day 14 with at least one visitor in your home. I unlocked this by getting to the last couple of days and then letting everyone in and killing no one. Chances are someone is going to be a visitor. To get House of the Living, you need to avoid any murders from visitors in the first 7 days, and this is the first trophy so far that can be a challenge and may require multiple restarts, because there aren't enough guaranteed humans that visit in the first week for you to play this safe. FEMA will always take 2 of them, one on the 4th night and one on the 5th, which can leave you vulnerable to the Pale Man. This means you'll have to take a chance on 1 or 2 other characters. The best way of doing this is by letting in the Tall Man on night 1, don't let in the Cashier Woman on night 1. On nights 2 or 3, take a chance on someone. If no one is dead on days 3 or 4, you're in luck. If they are, just restart. On night 4, you can then let in the little girl, and don't let in the cat lady. She doesn't always kill on the first night, but best not to risk it. And from then on, don't let anyone in and just ride it out until you get this achievement. A house with history is simple. All you need to do is examine all specific items in your home. These are the curtains and the nightstand in the bedroom, the crucifix above the couch and the white bunny toy on the shelf on your left in the hall, the magazine on the coffee table and the picture of the woman hanging on the wall on the left in the office. In the kitchen it is the cupboard on the left. In the storage room it's the boxes on the top shelf. And lastly in the bathroom it's the window above the sink. To unlock the end, you need to reach day 14 without any visitors in your home, and this is one of the 10 endings in the game. You can do this by either seeing out the final couple of days with only confirmed humans and not letting anyone in, or on day 13, if you have only 1 or 2 people left you are unsure of, kill everyone and sleep so you start day 14 alone. To unlock I Am the Law, you need to let in the really annoying rent guy, speak with him at least once, and then shoot him. Oh, he was human this time. What a shame. The days usually start with a TV show. To unlock Idiot Box, you need to click the TV in your bedroom each day and watch all the additional shows. Some days have more than one show, so make sure you keep doing it until the option disappears. Hot Potato is a simple one. The burnt firefighter is a guaranteed knock on the door on the 7th night and he will always give you a FEMA notice. On the 8th day, give him the notice back and this will unlock. To get Story Was a Little Dry, you need to complete one of the day 14 endings without drinking the kombucha, which saves your progress at any point. The reason I say day 14 endings is because if you let the Pale Man kill you, or unlock the Vigilante ending for example, it doesn't unlock the trophy. You need to go the whole way through the game. Shroom or Doom is one of the 10 game endings, and you need to have let the cat in on night 4 to do this, as this unlocks the basement. On night 6, a strange man will appear raving about mushrooms. Accept his offer of a few pages from the Book of Smiles, and these will now appear on the nightstand in your bedroom. Read them, and then what you need to do is follow these specific steps. Go down into the basement and pick the mushroom that is growing on your potatoes. Then on the same day, go into the kitchen and eat it from your refrigerator. The next day, enter the hall room and eat the apple that is on the shelf next to the toy. And then the day after that, click on the clock that has appeared on your bedroom wall. When the mushroom man appears again, agree to go to Mushroom Land with him. Embrace the Inevitable is another of the 10 game endings and requires you to follow very specific steps related to the Bald Man. Obtain the number for 4S, deliver it, and order some Energeca. There isn't a specific day you need to do this, but I did it on day 2 so I had it ready. On day 4 you need to let the cat lady in, and when the Bald Man returns on night 5, he asks that you don't test yourself or anyone else for 2 days. Follow these instructions. On day 9 he appears again and asks you to dig in your basement. Digging fully consumes your energy, so the way you need to do this is dig once and then go drink 1 Energeca, dig again and then go drink another Energeca, and then dig a 3rd time to break through into the tunnel system below. Now you need to be careful here because night 10 is a visit from the Vigilante, and digging gives you dirty nails and Energeca will give you red eyes, so here I showed him my photograph as this was the only option left I thought he would accept. Now wait for the Bald Man to appear again, and the day after he does, go into the tunnel system and find the miner. Jump into the hole in the floor to unlock this achievement and another ending. Sommelier is a fairly straightforward one to do, you just need to consume every possible item in the game at least once. It does save your progress if you don't achieve it in one single playthrough. The items are beer, which is always in the fridge, kombucha, which you always start with one in the hallway, but you can order more from 4Rest, or be given some as a bribe. Energeca, which can be ordered from 4Rest or given as a bribe. Coffee, which can be ordered from 4Rest or given as a bribe. Cigarettes, these can be ordered from 4Rest after seeing the TV ad on the 7th day. And lastly, the mushroom that appears in the basement. This is another of the 10 game endings and is unlocked by keeping the cultists who arrive on the 8th night alive until the 11th night, including keeping FEMA's dirty paws off them. The way I achieved this was to ensure I had a couple of guests in the house by day 8, but no visitors. On night 8 the cultists arrive. If you see any guaranteed humans, make sure you let them in, but otherwise turn everyone else away from now on. On day 9, give 2 other guests FEMA notices, and you'll receive these on nights 5 and 7. This ensures when FEMA arrive on day 8, they take the 2 guests whom you gave the notices to and leave the cultists alone. On day 11, when you are visited by the cult leader, choose the dialogue option, "I have long wanted to find peace, I am coming with you," to unlock this achievement. Yes, I'm a Murderer is another of the 10 game endings and is unlocked by going on a killing spree. I unlocked this one by having Energeca in the house on day 8 and a couple of human guests. On day 9 you'll have the 3 cultists in the house as well. Kill them all and then any of the humans in the house. Drink Energeca to replenish your energy so you can keep on killing if you need to. The Bald Man will appear on the next night and the ending will trigger after speaking to him. This achievement is linked to another called Child of Doom, which is also one of the 10 endings. To get Take Responsibility, you need to invite the seductive woman into your home and keep her in your house for 4 days. She's the only guest that stays in your room. Talk to her each day, and each night you'll notice her convulsing and arching her back, and her belly gets bigger. Eventually, come the morning of day 4, her belly will have exploded, alien style, and this unlocks the achievement. After the woman's belly is exploded, click on the right curtain to hear a baby cry. You then need to start finding the baby around the house. I saw it on the ceiling fan, then in the bathroom under the tub. After this point, sleep, and then during the night look through the window nearest your bedroom to see it feeding off of a dog. Now walk to your door and look through to unlock this achievement and ending. You need to invite in the strange sun guy whose eyes point in different directions and always refers to you as human. I was convinced this guy was a visitor, but apparently he can be a human as well, although I've not seen it yet. Speak with him over 3 days and on day 3 he asks for a beer. Give him one and he'll be sick in your bathroom, which unlocks the achievement. For this one, invite in the widow who carries her dead husband on her back and then speak with her 3 times over 3 days. On day 3, she will show you an old photo of happier times which unlocks the achievement. This achievement should be a straightforward one, but for me this was the last guest to appear. I actually went 11 in-game hours before he appeared. It was driving me crazy by the end. When you see the man in the purple headband, let him in and then the next day shoot him. That's it. To unlock Event Horizon, you need to let in the cold person and speak with them for 4 days in a row. On day 4, they will show you their stomach, which unlocks the achievement. Be warned though, triggering this will kill any other guest in the room with them. You can then kick them out or kill them, but they are a guaranteed visitor, so I killed them. Similar to the TV shows, every day there is a radio message that you can tune into using the radio in your hallway. Listen to all radio broadcasts to unlock this. Of all the phone numbers in the game, the FEMA hotline is the only one that doesn't randomise with each playthrough, so you can call it on the first or second day before you unlock it by dialing 000-451, and that will unlock this achievement. A fairly straightforward one, you must order coffee and cigarettes or obtain them via bribes, and then consume the coffee from the fridge, followed by the cigarettes which are next to the phone on the same morning to unlock this. The way I did this was to order coffee on day 2 and then store it, watch the TV commercial on day 7 to see the cigarettes, then order them, and on day 8 consume. Make sure you do the coffee first though, and then the cigarettes. Family dinner is quite an amusing trophy. Basically, don't refuse a single character entry into your home. If they complain someone is where they want to be, just kick that person out. All you need to do is say yes to every single one. Wait is not a particularly difficult achievement, but it's annoying in that it only requires a specific guest to appear, but it also requires them to be a visitor and not a human, and twice I got them as a human. You need to invite the person in the wheelchair into your home, and then when you test them, check their hands. If they are a visitor, they'll be missing their fingertips like this and it will unlock. If they are human, their hands will look like this and it will not happen. Welcome to FEMA is another of the 10 game endings, and it's earned by being a good little FEMA bootlicker. To unlock this, follow these specific steps. On day 3, call FEMA and ask about nails and teeth. On day 4, ask about eyes. When FEMA come knocking on day 4, use the following responses. Are you alone? Why are you in protective gear? Should we be wearing that too? So what happens next? Do I need to pack? On day 5, call FEMA and ask about armpits, and when they come in knocking on night 5, use the following responses. What about the last inspection? Fine if there's no other way. Hand the FEMA notice they give you to a guest, and then when the fireman arrives on day 7, hand the FEMA notice he gives you to someone else, for example back to himself. On day 8, call FEMA and ask about ears, and then that night they will show up and recruit you, unlocking the achievement. If you have followed this guide in order, this will also unlock Everywhere at the End of Time. Everywhere at the End of Time is most likely to be one of the last trophies you get, simply because it's for unlocking all 10 endings, but if you follow this guide in order, you should have this one now. To unlock the usual suspects, you need to meet all NPCs at least once, and this will come naturally over many playthroughs as there are 56 characters in total, and most are randomised. I had most of these about 5 to 6 hours in, but then it took me until hour 11 to see the purple headband guy. You can see which ones you have met already in the main menu under the collection option. For Bullet Dodger, you need to invite the cat lady in on the 4th night, who claims she is a ballerina. You need to speak to her 5 days in a row to unlock this, which is a long time knowing she is always a visitor. On day 5 with her, you need to choose the following dialogue options. Why haven't you killed me? Good question. And then pull out the gun, and her body will contort in very unnatural ways. Keep shooting until you hit her. As this achievement requires avoiding FEMA on both the 5th night and the 8th night, what I recommend doing is saving on day 5, see who FEMA take that night. If it's her, just reload until they take someone else, and then later use FEMA notices to ensure FEMA take 2 other guests on night 8. For this one, invite in the guy in the FEMA coat that stands in the bathroom. Speak with them 3 times over 3 days, and during the 3rd conversation choose the following options. Let's see what's in your pockets. Why not? Are you hiding something? Then pull out your gun and say, and why the charade? Afterwards, you'll receive the FEMA ID card and unlock this achievement. Whispers in the Darkness was the 3rd to last trophy I unlocked. For this, you need to invite in the blind guy and speak with him 5 times over 5 days, and then check in on him on the 6th day for the final result and this achievement to unlock. Because this requires 6 days in total and you cannot interact with guests on the 14th day, you need to have him by the 7th night at the very latest. The way I got this one was to save on the 7th day and then keep reloading until you get him as a guest that night. I had to reload a lot of times to get him to appear, and then even then you do need some luck because FEMA take 2 guests on nights 8 and 2 nights on guest 10. This is definitely one of the harder achievements to unlock. Marta was the last trophy I unlocked, and my god this one took me a while. For this you need to invite in the kindergarten teacher and speak with her 5 times over 5 days. What makes this achievement so hard to unlock is, she'll be removed by the cultists on day 8 as she sits on the sofa in the living room and they replace her. I don't think she can appear as early as day 2, or at least I've never seen her on day 2, so what you need to do is create a save on day 8 and keep playing until she appears after the cultists have been dropped off. Night 8 is the only option because night 9 is too late and you won't reach her last conversation. There is also a specific conversation option you need to choose on day 5, what's the alternative. If you pick this one, the achievement will drop when she reaches for your gun and shoots herself. It doesn't drop if you pick any other option, as I painfully realised afterwards and had to go back to another hour of reloading until she appeared again on night 8. Although the previous trophy I struggled with more, this one has the lowest percentage number of players with it, so based on that we'd have to assume this is the hardest to get. For this one you need to call every phone number, and there are 13 in total. Only the FEMA hotline never changes, so the other 12 you need to find by talking to guests and listening to the TV and the radio. It's not save dependent, the game tracks your progress. If it was a single save, dare I say I don't think anyone would have gotten this. The 13 numbers you need are the one from your neighbour, which is given by speaking to him on day 1, the 4S number by watching the TV on day 2, the FEMA hotline by watching the TV on day 3, the psychic hotline by listening to the radio on day 3, the phone roulette number by listening to the radio on day 5. You need to invite the strange psychic lady in and speak with her for 2 days. She gives you the fortune teller number. Invite in the little girl and speak with her for 3 days. She gives you the number of a friend. Invite in the mother and child and speak with her for 3 days. She gives you the number of her husband, and she also sits on the sofa, so make sure she isn't replaced by the cultists. Invite in the twins and speak with the yellow coloured one for 3 days. She gives you the number for her husband. Invite in the mummy's boy who wears a best son t-shirt and speak with him for 3 days. He gives you the number of his sister. Invite in the man with a stitched mouth and speak with him over 4 days. He gives you the number of the foreign embassy. Invite in the angry man and speak with him over 4 days. He gives you the number of his wife. And lastly, invite in the wife of a FEMA worker and speak with her for 5 days. She gives you a FEMA number. As before, once you have one of these in your home, to ensure you get the relevant number, you'll need to keep them alive and ensure they don't get taken by FEMA. The wife of the FEMA worker is the hardest as she requires 5 days. And that is the end of this guide. If you used it or enjoyed this video, then great, please drop me a like or a comment. I'd love to know what you thought of this game. Personally, I really enjoyed it. I've always been an achievement unlocker in games, and this game requires lots and lots of playthroughs and jumping through hoops, but even towards the end it didn't feel stale. It's such a great story and evokes this constant feeling of hopelessness. The more you deep it, it's suffocating and borderline panic-inducing. There's a high degree of random chance to the game, with who can knock, who is a human and who is a visitor, who FEMA take, and with 10 endings there's lots to play through, but the one constant is the inevitability of what is coming. Whether it's the sun, the visitors, the pale man, you aren't escaping this, and the stories of the guests are so sad and full of regret. All in all, it's a great indie horror game. I'm Mike the Gaming Dad, and I'll see you next time.